Hey there. Have you ever found yourself standing in the kitchen, scratching your head, wondering why you walked in there in the first place? Or maybe you've blanked on a friend's name right when you're about to introduce them to someone. It's funny how those little moments sneak up on us, isn't it? They're the kind of thing we laugh off, but deep down, they might make us wonder if our memory's starting to slip. Well, here's some good news. You don't have to just sit back and let that happen. There's a fun, simple way to keep your mind sharp and maybe even outsmart dementia. And it's something you can start doing today. No fancy tools required. We're going to talk about 6 brain games that seniors, just like you swear by, to keep their wits about them. These aren't complicated or boring exercises. They're games you'll actually enjoy, like a little treat for your brain. I've seen folks light up when they talk about how these games keep them quick and on the ball, and I bet you'll feel the same way once you give them a try. They're easy to fit into your day, whether you're sipping your morning coffee or winding down in the evening. Plus, they're backed by some pretty smart people who say they can help keep dementia at bay. So, let's dive right in with the first one. It's a classic you've probably already got stashed somewhere around the house. Crossword puzzles are up first, and trust me, they're more than just a way to pass the time. You know those grids in the newspaper, the ones with all the little boxes begging for words? They're like a playground for your brain. When you're puzzling over a clue, like a 5-letter word for happy, you're not just filling in blanks. You're waking up your memory, stretching your vocabulary, and giving your mind a good workout without even realizing it. My friend Joe, who's 68, started doing crosswords every morning with his coffee. At first, he grumbled about getting stuck on the tricky ones, but now he's flying through them like a pro. He swears he's sharper than ever. He even remembered the name of that actor in the movie we watched last week, while I'm still drawing a blank. And it's not just him. Research suggests that puzzles like these can help your brain build new connections, keeping it flexible and strong Alzheimer's Association brain health. You don't need to be a word wizard to start. Just grab a puzzle book from the store or flip to the crossword in the Sunday paper. Spend a few minutes a day on it, maybe while you're waiting for the kettle to boil, and you'll start noticing your brain feeling a little more awake, a little more ready to take on whatever comes your way. Now, if words aren't really your speed, don't worry. The next game switches things up with numbers, and it's just as good for keeping your mind in top shape. I'm talking about Sudoku, that grid of numbers you've probably spotted in magazines or on someone's tablet. It looks like a math puzzle, but it's more about logic than arithmetic. The idea is to fill in the grid so every row, column, and little box has the numbers 1 through 9, no repeats. It's simple to learn, but it'll make your brain stretch in a whole new way. Where crosswords work your word skills, Sudoku gets you spotting patterns and thinking a few steps ahead. My friend Maria, who's 72, got into it after her grandkids showed her the ropes. She was hooked right away and now does one every night before bed. She says it's like a mental stretch that keeps her from feeling foggy. And she's not wrong. The evidence leans toward number puzzles like this boosting your problem-solving skills and keeping your brain humming along smoothly. National Institute on Aging Brain Games. You don't have to be a math genius to give it a go. Start with the easy ones. They're usually labeled right on the page, and work your way up. Before long, you'll be tackling those tougher grids with a grin, and your brain will be thanking you for the extra love. So, there you go. Crosswords to wake up your word skills, and Sudoku to sharpen your logic. 2 games down, and you're already on your way to outsmarting dementia. Isn't it kind of exciting to think you can play your way to a stronger mind? No pressure, no stress. Just a bit of fun that does wonders behind the scenes. And we're not stopping here. Let's keep the good vibes going with the next game, because it's a real gem that'll have you thinking in a whole new way. Alright, so you've got Crosswords waking up your word skills, and Sudoku sharpening your logic. Two fantastic brain games already giving your mind a solid workout. It's pretty cool how these little puzzles can feel like playtime while quietly helping you outsmart dementia, isn't it? You're probably starting to see how easy it is to slip these into your day. And the best part is, they're just the beginning. There's more fun to be had. And the next couple of games, we're diving into our one seniors rave about for keeping their brains buzzing and their spirits high. Let's keep this rolling with something that's as satisfying as it is smart. The third game is jigsaw puzzles, and if you've ever lost an afternoon piecing together a picture, you know how addictive they can be. These aren't just about finding where that corner piece goes. They're a workout for your eyes and your brain, all wrapped up in one. When you're sorting through those pieces, matching colors, and figuring out how they fit, you're boosting your visual memory and your knack for seeing the big picture literally. My neighbor Helen, who's 70, swears by her weekly jigsaw sessions. She spreads out a 500-piece puzzle on her dining table and chips away at it over a few days. She says it's like a treasure hunt, and she's noticed she's quicker at spotting things around the house now, like where she left her glasses. It's not just her. Puzzles like these keep your brain flexible, helping it tackle spatial challenges and stay sharp. You don't need a huge puzzle to start. Grab a 100-piece one from the dollar store or pull that old landscape scene out of the closet. Set it up somewhere you can sit comfortably, maybe with a cup of tea, and take your time. It's not a race. It's a little victory every time a piece clicks into place, and your brain's getting stronger with every snap. Now, while jigsaw puzzles have you piecing things together, the fourth game flips the script and tests how well you can hold on to what you've seen. It's all about memory matching games. You've probably played this one before, maybe with a deck of cards as a kid, flipping them over to find pairs. It's simple. Lay out the cards face down, turn over two at a time, and try to remember where the matches are. Sounds easy, but it's a real brain tickler. My buddy Carl, who's 65, got hooked on a version of this on his tablet. He plays it every morning while his toast cools, and he says he's not forgetting names at the golf course anymore. It's like a gym session for your short-term memory and concentration. Every flip makes your brain work to recall what's where. You don't need a gadget to play, though. Grab a deck of cards, shuffle them up, and lay out a few pairs on the table. Start small, maybe 10 cards, and see how you do. Carl likes to time himself now, but at first, he just enjoyed the thrill of finding a match. It's a game you can play solo or with a grandkid, and either way, it's keeping your mind quick and ready for anything. So, we've got jigsaw puzzles building your visual smarts and memory-matching games sharpening your recall. Two more brain games that seniors love for staying ahead of dementia. You're probably picturing yourself flipping cards or fitting puzzle pieces already. And that's the beauty of it. These are fun, not a chore, and they're doing wonders up top. There's still more to explore, because the next game we're heading into brings a bit of friendly competition to the table, and it's one you might already know how to play. Let's keep the good times going with that one next. It's a real crowd pleaser. Alright, so you've got jigsaw puzzles piecing together your visual skills and memory-matching games, keeping your recall on point. 4 brain games already in your pocket, giving your mind a fun, solid boost. It's amazing how these little activities can feel like a good time while quietly helping you outsmart dementia, isn't it? You're probably starting to feel like your brain's getting a VIP treatment, and you're the one calling the shots. Well, we're not done yet. There are 2 more games seniors can't stop talking about, and they're just as easy to jump into. Let's roll right into the 5th one, because it's a classic that brings a little friendly spark to the table. The 5th game is Scrabble, and if you've ever played it with family or friends, you know it's more than just spelling words. It's a brain workout disguised as a showdown. You're digging through your tiles, trying to come up with something better than cat, while sneaking a peek at your opponent's smug grin. It's all about pulling words from your memory, juggling letters in your head, and maybe even bluffing your way through a tricky play. My cousin Ed, who's 69, plays every Thursday with his buddies at the senior center, and he swears it's why he's still got a vocabulary that leaves us all scrambling for the dictionary. He'll throw down quixotic like it's nothing and laugh when we challenge it. Turns out, he's right more often than not. That's the beauty of Scrabble. It's flexing your word skills, boosting your concentration, and keeping your brain nimble, all while you're having a blast. You don't need to be a spelling bee champ to start. Just grab a board from the closet or download an app if you'd rather play solo. Start with a few rounds, maybe with a cup of coffee or a grandkid who thinks they can take you on. Every word you play is like a little high five to your brain, keeping it sharp and ready for whatever's next. Now, while Scrabble's got you slinging words like a pro, the 6th game takes you on a different kind of adventure. It's Mahjong, and it's a favorite for a reason. If you've never played, picture a table full of pretty tiles with symbols and numbers, and your job is to match them up in sets, kind of like a fancy version of dominoes. It's big in places like senior centers because it's a mix of strategy, memory, and a little luck, all rolled into one. My friend Lee, who's 73, got into it years ago and still plays online every afternoon. She says it's like a mental dance that keeps her mind light on its feet. She's not kidding. Mahjong makes you spot patterns, remember what's been played, and plan your next move, all while you're sipping tea and enjoying the rhythm of it. You don't need to know the rules cold to give it a shot. Start with a simple version online, or grab a set if you're feeling fancy. Lee swears by the free apps that walk you through it, and now she's faster at pairing tiles than her grandkids are at texting. It's a game that grows with you. Start easy, and before you know it, you're hooked, and your brain's getting a full workout without breaking a sweat. So there you have it. 6 brain games seniors swear by to keep dementia in the dust. Crosswords for your words, Sudoku for your logic, jigsaw puzzles for your eyes, memory matching for your recall, Scrabble for your spelling, and Mahjong for your strategy. It's like a toolbox for your mind, and you're the one picking up the tools. I've seen folks like Ed and Lee light up talking about how these keep them quick, and I bet you're already thinking about which one you try first. What's your pick? Scrabble with a friend, or maybe a quiet Mahjong session? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear how you're keeping your brain buzzing. If this sparked some fun ideas, give the video a like. It helps us reach more folks who want to stay sharp. And hit that subscribe button if you're up for more tips like these, because we're all about keeping you thriving at any age. Here's to outsmarting dementia with a smile. Cheers to you.